Hello, everyone. Welcome to Thursday evening sprints. Thank you for joining me. Much appreciated. I hope to have some friends along soon. Hey, Vanessa, how are you doing? Hello. I caught your sprints earlier. I wasn't very active because I was running around, but I was there. I popped in every now and then and said hi, but wanted to let you know I was there. Hey, Nikki Novels. Hello. How are you doing today? Welcome. Just ended the stream. Let's get a party. You had a party too. You had an all day party. I liked it. I think you were on when I got up and I was working out this morning. And then I ran all my errands and then I was filling around the house. So you kept me company. So much appreciated. Nothing wrong with that. Hello, Kay. How you doing? Hopping over from Vanessa's sprints. Lovely sprint hopping. I do the same thing. Sharing some love with the like button. Boop. I'm all for that. Thank you. How's everybody doing today? How was your holidays? And Cross Country Christmas by Courtney. I like that book already. Courtney Walsh. Hoping to finish as I have about 2.5 hours left. Oh, you could do that today. Okay. How big was the book overall? Hey, Elena, how you doing? Hello, lady. Coda, hello. Welcome, everybody. I hope that y'all been having a good day. Hopefully, it's been productive and you're staying out of this warm, not warm, I was going to say warm, y'all. It's actually not bad, though. Like, I'm in New Jersey. It's a bit chilly, but not like cold. Like, I put on my coat earlier and I was a little hot. Can't believe that. So I had put on my all-weather jacket then. Yes, I have one of those. My mom convinced me to get it. It's an all-weather jacket. Anyway, but that was a little warm too. It's just a little rainy, but just muggy more than anything. Muggy. So hydrate. Finished with my essay. Hey, for the win. Read a book, and later on we'll write about my essay for Remembered Laughter by Leslie Cole. Okay. Is that for school? Look, y'all. Look what I got here. Isn't that cute? I ordered it for Christmas, and yeah, it came the day after, but that's all right. Let's see if this bad boy fits. Looks kind of wonky, don't it? Hold on, let me take this off. I got the sniffles, y'all, but we're not gonna let that stop me. Look at that. Oh, that's such a sad looking star, y'all. No. Oh, it blends into my background. I didn't think of that. I should have ordered white. Let's see if it covers my headband. There we go. Okay, well. What will we do? Oh, that's so sad, y'all. It's so sad. That's a pathetic looking star. You gonna fall off? Okay, I'll do what I can, y'all. Hey, Deidre. Hello. How you doing, lady? How are you doing today? How's your holiday? Telling us to get our drinks on. Yeah, get your drink on. I'm all for a drink, whatever that is. Hydrate. Looking beautiful. Well, thank you. Much appreciated. I could always use a compliment. Look who we have here. Another beautiful lady. Bam. Hello.
Hello.
Miss Nell. This is Miss Nell Diamond. Y'all know her.
Hello. How is everyone?
To the chats.
How is everyone?
Hello. Yeah, we're just saying hello to everybody. I got my, it does look so sad. Girl, so sad. Y'all know Miss Nell Diamond, okay? Make sure y'all subscribe to her channel. The star is like falling down. I ordered it for Christmas and it just came like right after.
Is it supposed to be like that? Like it's supposed to be like wobbly like that?
I guess it just feels cheap, but but it's the star's like, I don't know, maybe do I not have it the right way?
Yeah.
I mean, it's supposed to be wobbly, but I just feel like old star is about to fall down. And then I didn't realize, look, it blends into my background. I should have
Oh
got
yeah.
white or
Yeah,
something.
because when I
You
first
barely
came over,
see
I
it.
didn't even notice it until you took it off. Then I saw it.
Yeah. What's the thought that counts, you know? Anyway. So we have a few people that came over from Vanessa Sprint. So we're just saying hi. Deidre's in the house. How was your day, by the way?
It was very productive. I did a lot of running around today. I was off today, but I got
Oh,
up at like 8 or 9 o'clock this morning. I forget. I don't even know why I got up that early because I ended up laying back down for like a half an hour. But I went to the gun range. I bought my first firearm, so that'll be here next week. And then I went and like sold some clothes. Went to the grocery store, got lunch, did a whole bunch of stuff. It's been a day.
you have been very productive. Okay, okay. Are you going to get an arsenal? Is that your plan in the future, or are you just gonna just get
Maybe I don't know. We'll see.
one? You're like, it depends on who's elected president. No, I'm kidding. Girl, we got our first weapon, and I used to be in the military, but I didn't have
Yeah.
no weapons. I just shot what they
Really?
gave me, call it a day. I know. Oh, about buying guns or the military?
No, no. I knew you were in the military.
Oh, okay, okay. I was like, I know I mentioned that. Okay, yeah, yeah, but I'm just, I'm not. With weapons comes responsibilities. And you've heard of those stories of people that shot an intruder and then they themselves were prosecuted.
Yeah.
I don't want that smoke, okay? Because my husband's like Mr. Impulsive out of this world, okay? As soon as there's like which the weapons we have is because of him,
Mhm.
okay? You know how you have that buy now, ask for forgiveness later? That's what we had. So, I gave him the business on that one, right? But, we got to protect ourselves. You never know what's coming to the world. Um, but, as soon as he hears a noise, he's like, let me go get my Glock. Dude. Okay. I'm just scared. I'd be like, look, because my brother stay with us. And I'd be like, look, my brother be coming out ins and outs of the nights because he has his job or whatever. So I be getting scared that it's him and maybe there was some issue with the alarm.
Uh,
So I don't trust that. And then the fool, his brother, his dad got him like a crossbow. And I'm like, hold up,
my dad
stop.
has one of those.
Yeah, please don't support this ridiculousness.
Yep. My dad loves his crossbow.
Yeah, so I don't know. So we'll see. But what'd you get? What you get, girl?
I got a Smith and Wesson. Who was it? I got the Shield Plus. What is it called? PC
What that means?
Performance Center.
What is that? Is that a big gun?
That's the name of the gun. The Smith and Wesson Shield Plus Performance Center. So it's like it's a smaller gun. It's a 9 caliber. It's a smaller gun. Because I got it for my concealed carry. I'm gonna go back eventually and get a Sig P320, but I can't carry a Sig 320 because it's too big. So I needed something smaller.
Badass nail in the stance. That's what I'm talking about. It's my girl. Okay, okay. I ain't mad at you. If some crap go down, you can come stay with me, okay? Because I think you know more about what you're doing than that dude that I married, okay? He got some weapons you can play around with, but I don't trust it right now. But these days, I'm telling you, I do feel like you need to be packing, y'all. I'm not condoning that in the chats. Don't come for me. But if you get a weapon, just have some responsibility around it. Get some safety training, all that jazz. Okay. I had some patients at the hospital yet. Well, a patient at the hospital yesterday. These two Russian dudes speaking a bunch of Russian at me. Girl, this dude's I'm all over the place. Y'all, we gonna get to the chats, but y'all want to hear this story, I guarantee it. So there's a patient, I go to give him, some medical treatment, and it's him and I think his bro, right? The bro is laying on the little couch, patient couch thing or whatever, family member thing. He's playing with his junk, talking to me about, yeah, the doctor said we could go, so go tell them to get our orders together. I'm like, you ought to be happy I'm a professional. because I want to tell you something, but I also want to be like, why are you messing with your junk? Like he started messing with it, looking at me when I first came in the door. And now you order me around and you speaking another language and he's ordering guns at the same time.
Oh
The
my god.
dude's like, yeah, like that's the only part of the English I understood that he had about, yeah, I ordered 2 guns, one of them a gun here, complaining at
Oh,
somebody on
no.
the phone.
Wow.
Girl. Mm-mm-mm. But anyway,
Yes,
let's get back to the chat.
I've taken many safety courses, training. I have my like in Maryland, you have to go through so many steps. I know other states are like much more lax when it comes like the trainings and stuff that you have to do to be able to purchase and carry. But in Maryland, it's pretty strict. So you have to go through like a certain number of hours and like take a test and stuff just to be able to get your HQL, which is what allows you to purchase a gun. And then if you want to carry a gun, then you have to go through more training, like even more training and tests and stuff like that that you have to pass in order to get your carry permit. So I've done all of that just for context. I didn't just randomly wake up this morning and decide to go buy a gun.
Girl, when I lived in Texas, you just go to Walmart and you walk out with it.
Not worth that way here.
That's probably why you go to. That's probably why in Florida too. You probably just go walk in. You know, that's where the 2 crazy states. Florida, actually, it's all them southern states. Maybe it's like the weather, because California can get kind of nuts too. So you got California, Texas, and Florida is where I hear just the most bullish in the world coming from, of just across the board of things. But girl, watch yourself. Okay. Well, I feel safe with you and your weapon, so go ahead with your bad self. Okay, let's go with the chats here. Hello, Audrey. Hello, lady. How you doing? We got Canada in the house. What's your gun laws in Canada? Can you just go walk up and get one? I think America's the only country where they just let any old random folks order it over the mail. Hey, Glenda. Hello. Hey, Elena. Bad luck vampire. Ooh, what's the bad luck? Hello, Lachette. Welcome. Ready to read coming from Rewood. We have all these folks coming from Vanessa's chat. Thank you very much, Vanessa, for sending people over. I saw it at the end. I came back from my errand and I saw the thing. Hey, go to Courtney. Holiday was great. Awesome. How's your holiday?
It was good. It was very good. All things considered, it was very good.
That's good. How's the water situation? I know you said you had a little flood.
Yes. So everything is dry now, but there's still something wrong. So when I was sprinting yesterday, I was sitting in here so I could hear it, and I saw that there's like water coming like out of the pipe. I don't know if they need to tighten something, but there's like the pipe that's supposed to be used to pump the water out. It'll pump it out, and then like whatever's still left in the tube, like spits back out or something weird like that. So they're probably gonna have to come back and do something else to it to fix it some more.
Home stuff is for the birds. I tell you, everybody talks about owning a home, and owning a home is like one of the biggest money drainers and headaches ever. Not to say people shouldn't do it, but it's a headache. Home warranties help. I always get a home warranty when I buy my house, but it's only so much that goes.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Holiday was great, Miss Elena. I worked on the actual holiday. I think I talked about that in the spring, but yeah, I worked. So, it wasn't that great for some patients. Bad things happened, but it was a lot. Yesterday was a lot at work. This is just a busy time for healthcare. I slept till 10:30 this morning. That's how exhausted I was from work yesterday. I ran around for about 6 hours before I got to sit down. It was just so busy. It just was not, it was nonstop. And then they called me and was like, can you come in tomorrow? No. That was it. Nope. I didn't follow it with nothing else. I'm tired. I even got up this morning and exercised. I exercised and then I stretched. That just shows you just how my body was just aching. Oh, no. So that was Christmas. But we celebrated Christmas like on the 23rd, on last Saturday. It was fine. It's about getting together. We didn't do gifts or nothing. Well, I didn't give gifts and I didn't really get much. So I'm good. Did you get everything that you wanted, Miss
Oh,
Elena, and everybody in the chats?
I
And
got
you, Miss
some
Bill,
stuff.
you got what you wanted?
Yeah.
It's best to just buy what you want. That's why you know you got it. 256 in the Kindle, according to Goodreads. Okay. Okay. Wait, hold up. It's about, oh, the book. Okay, I get you. Yes. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you are trudging through. You don't have too much left, 2.5 hours left. Let's see. Okay, watching Chatty's boot camp. Yeah, so boot camp readathon this next month, right around the corner. Miss Chatty, the Mad Chatter, one of the co-hosts, she did a boot camp readathon announcement. It was really funny. Y'all should take a look at it. I put it on my community tab. And also Jaleesa
Yeah.
at Read Beyond the Book Covers also did one as well.
Yeah.
And Miss Nell Diamond is a co-host. What'd you say?
I was watching Jaleesa's earlier today.
Yeah, she did a good job. Good job. I have some lovely creative people in the team, so that's always cool. Headband is adorable. Thank you. Oh my god. I guarantee you this star is going to probably fall off by the end of the day. Sparkly. It feels like that, you know, that tinsel cheap.
I was gonna say it looks like tinsel.
Yeah, I shouldn't touch it too much. Oh my gosh. Hey, hello. We should get to some readings soon. Hello now. Everybody says, showing some love. I love it.
Oh,
Love it. The gnomes under
I don't
them.
know what to say. Your gift for the holidays. I bought this last year, so I couldn't remember what it said.
I like it. And it's a cute Christmas sweater, not like an ugly Christmas sweater.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between the sweaters and the sweatshirt. So that's the sweatshirt.
Yeah.
I need to get a holiday something. I got this. My husband has a holiday ugly Christmas sweater, but I actually like it. I don't think it's ugly. I think some of the best ones is when you make them. You ever have people that make them? That's always fun. Hard to hear now. Yell, lady, yell. It might just be your volume. Hello there. Hey, Glinda. It's interesting how, you know, how people put out videos and everybody's audio and volume is different depending on, you know, what they film on, just like the sound. Like some people have like that deep, rich sound. Like, you know, Ashley at Bookish Realm of Comics. She has like such distinct like sound, and it could be a microphone or whatnot. I just use the internal camera on my microphone and on my phone. So to a certain extent, there's sometimes an echo depending on the room. Whatever. I'm a novice. I can't hook a microphone to the stupid camera, so it is what it is. But some people's sound on their videos is so low that I can barely hear it. And I'll even turn my phone or my computer all the way up, and I'm still like, I can't hear it. So I don't know. I'm assuming when they put it up that to them on their device, they could probably hear it good, and it just didn't transfer good when it went to YouTube. So anyway, my whole spiel with that is try the best you can. Audrey says, no, you can't just get a gun. I have no idea of the requirements. Not in our culture to have guns. Common thing unless you're a police officer or something. Yep. Well, that just goes to show you one more thing about how America is trash. But you know, this is where we live. Like, I don't know where else I can go. So I'm going to just deal with it. That's why I stay home and read books. Hey, Joanne. How's everyone holiday? I like your thumbnail.
Yeah, really cute.
I'm just running around, y'all. Hunt from this, or you hunt from time? Yep, hunting permit. Don't know, not interested. Yeah, I'm not trying to kill my meat. If I had to do that, I'm just be a vegetarian. Hey, Kiana. Hello, Miss Live Streamer. How are you doing? Probably people who shouldn't have come. Yeah, well, you know, the U.S. is all about my rights. I think as much as we want that to be the case, and it's one of the beauties of this country, I think it's one of the downfalls that will take this country out. Yep. Canada.
military.
Say
I said I was thinking about this yesterday. It was something I forget who it was. I think I was watching a video on Instagram. It might have even been was it a video from Matt Rife? I can't remember. But somebody's video I was watching, like on Instagram or TikTok or something, and they were talking about the military. And they were saying that if you are, I guess, diagnosed as being autistic, that you can't be in the military, you can't get drafted. Do you know if that's true?
I have heard that. So there's certain, like a lot of people think that any and everybody can join the military. There's criteria for sure, like weight, intelligence levels with the ASVAB, medical stuff. I did hear about that autistic thing.
That's so interesting. I feel like there are so many people now compared to, like, let's say 30 years ago, that I'm not gonna say there are more people now that are autistic or on the spectrum, but it's just something that more people are getting to know about. Like, they're more knowledgeable about it now. So they're going and getting tested that, people
Yeah.
didn't know about this 30 years ago, so they weren't even getting tested. So I'm like, dang, like if so many people are diagnosed as being on the spectrum, what does that mean? If we had to go to like war, people had to get drafted, there would be nobody to get drafted because everybody's diagnosed with something.
Girl. I saw a video the other day talking about, I get everybody confused. I think it's millennials, right? And they were talking about you don't want millennials to join the country. It was really funny. The guy was like, you don't want millennials to actually serve. He was like, he was basically talking about how they're scared, they don't leave the house, and they all have medication. He was like, I got 6 medications right here, and it showed them. It was hilarious. And I'm just like, I don't know, girl.
We have to go to war and get drafted. We will be nobody in the military. Nobody will qualify.
It is what it is. But yeah, I agree with you there. Like times have changed. Like at one time, brown people like you and me reading books, sacrilege, so things change over time, good and bad, and so it's the same thing with diagnosis and recognition of things. It is unfortunate though, like when it comes to medical, there's so many different people that are maybe on the spectrum. Like I personally have a family member I know is on the spectrum and should probably be getting a government check, but just it could use some assistance, but is struggling through life because there's not any formal diagnosis. School just kind of let them through the easiest way possible just to kind of get through them. And granted, small town in Texas, a bit of a racial issue, but the person just kind of struggles through life and there's nothing on the books. So what can you do nowadays? They're not, people aren't checking for adults that are full edge adults. Like if you're some kid in school, they may put a little bit more resources your way to try to figure out kind of how to help you out in life, so but yeah, that's the reality. Hence, my earlier comment about this United States. We have some issues, and and you have to add in, we don't have universal health care. So health care is as good as the resources you have at your disposal. And all resources are not equitable, so add that to the mix. Just at home in a safe. Okay, there you go. Keep it there. Keep it there. Know the combination though. Hunting license, get hunting rifles, but also courses, regulations, can just have them out in your car and also under lock and key. There you go. There you go. You can't also go to Walmart or any store. Growing up seeing, I'm from Texas. I remember growing up seeing, the little gun counter at Walmart and looking at it as I'm walking through, I mean, in Jersey, I don't really know much of the laws here because I don't really pay attention to that stuff. But my husband got the stuff we were in PA, but I'm pretty sure that did not transfer over, even though we
probably not, because Jersey is really irritating. Jersey and like New York are two states that I know off the top of my head that don't do a lot of like reciprocity when it comes to like, carry permits and stuff. So like I have a permit for Maryland, Utah, and DC. And my Maryland, Utah, and DC licenses can be used in like other states. But of course, New York and New Jersey are like one of the two states that don't accept anybody else's stuff. It's like if you don't have theirs, then I guess you're not gonna have it. Like that's just it. I'm just like, oh my gosh, you guys are so extra.
That's why I get concerned. My husband wants to pull that out if he hears the sound. It's like, you never checked the laws here. You just put them in a box and shipped them here when we came. But you know what? Yeah, definitely when you go through Utah, take that gun. Okay. Just guns up here, mostly for hunting. Dad had some guns. Watch make bullets. Wow.
That's cool.
That is actually a good skill to have in case things go haywire. Knowing how to make your own crap. I remember when I used to watch, what is that? The Walking Dead. They learned how to make bullets. Dystopian society, y'all. Watch out. Let me shoot one. I throw my butt.
Was it a shotgun?
Yeah, you definitely get that kickback, Kay. Watch out, watch out. Reading books is much safer, okay? I'd rather hear about people shooting some folks instead of doing it myself. But I do what I gotta do. I'm gonna say it with my chest. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, but I'm not going to volunteer. I don't do guns, not with the kid. Oh yeah, watch out for that. That's too.
Yeah.
As long as people remember, with great power comes great responsibilities. True, 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 true. Hello, Kiana. Hello, Coda. Gonna eat supper. Eat some good stuff, okay? Heartstopper. Oh, okay. I haven't delved into that, but I heard it was awesome. Awesome, awesome. How many volumes are in Heartstopper? Like 6%?
There's 5 out, but I think they're coming out with the 6th one.
Okay, okay. That's not graphic, right? Is that
Yeah.
It is? Okay. I don't know why I second guessed that. Okay. Mental issues that you can't be drafted, but does not mean they can enlist. Bipolar. Yep, that's one too. Yep. Multi-benefit lines. Same thing with like asthma, but as someone that was in the military for a while, there are ways around things. And if you don't mention things, then people don't look into it. Now, if you have an issue later, that could be a problem for you. I'm just saying. Then somewhere else. Okay, I get you. When is the kickoff? The kickoff for Boot Camp Readathon is the 1st of January. I was about to say February for some reason. January. It is at 2 p.m. EST. I did indeed, and I'm so sorry if I just messed up y'all feed. I posted all the Sprint feeds the other day. So they are listed if you want to take a look at it. They're brown. I made them stand out, although I probably should have used that little bluish white camo. But you know what? I made it. I didn't want to go back and redo it. Bam, that's what I got. But that's the ones for me. I don't know what anybody else is going to use, but I have posted them. Pretty much I'm making all of my Tuesday sprints boot camp readathon. I didn't do Thursdays because I didn't really kind of know how long we'd be here. And I tend to sometimes have issues with Thursdays with work because they're idiots. And then I added in some other days. And also I know Nicole sprints after, and I kind of don't know how everybody doing their sprints. So I don't want to kind of take up too much time for co-hosts. So, but kickoff is 2 p.m. EST, Miss Juanita, on January 1st. So if anybody would like to potentially in the chats, if you normally come here, be a co-host for it, or any of my co-hosts, let me know and I will send you the link. I wish I had this week off. I'll be nice, right? Friends coming over from Vanessa. Thank you very much, Steph, for coming by. Hey, Shalandria, how are you doing? Happy holidays. Happy holidays. How was your day? It was a handgun, 45, 32, a 27. There's a 27?
I don't know.
Something. The one I shot was huge and silver and bigger than my head.
It was probably a 45.
Oh, you were 10. That is a bad combo.
That's funny.
I saw the cutest TikTok video. It was a kid that had like a fake toy rifle and he like shot at the cat and then he went and picked it up and he was like, this cat's as big as him. He's probably like 4 or 5 and he's throwing the cat over his shoulder and somebody's asking him, what do you got there, Bobby? And he's like, I got a big old blob cat. It was so adorable. It was cute. Anyway, all right, let's get to some reading since we have gone through the chat. We have talked enough. What are you going to be reading today, Miss Nell?
I don't know exactly. I have 2 books I'm in the middle of. I was reading Good Omens yesterday, and then today, instead of reading this, I started reading my book for the 5-star exchange. So I don't know if I'm going to continue reading that or if I'm going to continue reading this.
I haven't. Okay, yes, that's good. What are y'all reading in the chats? I was about to say something. I didn't want to was supposed to. Uh, so I was looking through this book. You see, The Invisible Generals. It's a short that I posted. Was it a short? Yes, a short, 30 seconds. That I posted, I think yesterday, which I meant to not post it yesterday, but it was already scheduled and I forgot to reschedule it. So bam, it's out in the universe, right? So the short that I had, very interesting about America's first Black generals. So I was perusing this. I'm not going to say I'm going to look at all of it because, just not really my thing so much, but I thought it was very interesting. So I got it from the library. But I was reading a book called The Loyal Wife, which is really cool. Oh, I got a receipt in here. Why do I have a receipt? Anyway, got to scan that into my app. But yes, so I was looking at this book, but I think I'm going to switch off to The Loyal Wife. Dude has discovered some embezzlement in his company. Ta-da. Okay, let me see if I can find a timer. How is Pokemon? No, Bookemon.
It's going well. A lot of people, so like the mini round that we did for the themed December like holiday Pokemon is done. That ended on Monday. So people have a last couple of days left. What is it? Today's the 28th. So I guess people have like 2-3 more days to get their tools. And then things kind of calm down, sort of. Because once January hits, I think Meredith is going to release the first seasonal Pokemon and the January Pokemon. So nobody knows what that looks like except her.
So how long does this continue? Oh, by the way, y'all, so in case y'all don't know, Nell is a host of Bookemon, which is a readathon based off like Pokemon, right? And it's throughout the year. So it does not end at 2023?
Nope.
Okay, so it's just ongoing.
The December round is just like a mini round to get your tools.
Okay.
Once 2024 hits, you have the whole year to read books to try to collect your Pokemons. And I think there's like 30 that you can get whenever you want throughout the whole year next year. And then there's a couple that like might only be available for like a month or might only be available for 3 months or something like that. But there's at least 30 that you can get whenever you feel like getting it next year.
Okay. Well, that's cool. It is a year-long, 2 year now, right? It'll be 2 years?
Yeah, it's like a year. It's like 13 months, basically.
Okay. Well, that's cool. It allows you to continue the challenge and have something to look forward to each and every month. So if y'all are participating, make sure you get your tools, okay? Hello, Nicole. How are you doing? We're about to do a sprint here. And look, bam, it's a sprint. Okay, y'all. I'll see you on 45. Bye-bye. I didn't realize that time was up already. Sorry about that. Oh my gosh, I was engrossed in my book so much that I lost track of time. How is everybody? How y'all doing? Oh man, how did the reading go? How did the reading go? Let me put my little
It went
clicker up.
well. I read a little bit of both this time around. I was reading Good Omens, and then I started falling asleep reading it. So I was like, I need to get up and like do something. And I'm hybrid reading this. So if I'm
Uh,
up moving around, like I can't hybrid read it because I can't hold the book in my hand. So I needed to switch over to something that I could just listen to the audio for. So I
uh,
switched over to my 5-star change book and was listening to that while I was like walking around trying to clean up a little bit.
so for your hybrid breeding, that's with the book and the audio, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're not really into just audio.
So I prefer to listen to books just audio most of the time, just because it's more flexible that way. Like I can listen while I'm driving, while I'm on the train and stuff, and I don't have to be tethered to a physical book. But this book is confusing, so I have to have like the physical book while I'm reading it so I can follow along. Otherwise, I would be so lost.
Okay. Yeah, I understand that. I understand. You got to get into your little flow. I was reading this book. It's interesting. I'm not going to tell any details of it, but it has some twists and turns. I can just see them coming out of nowhere. Execution, though, is like definitely lacking. But, it is there. Hello, Miss Adrian. How are you doing?
I'm good. I was reading, but then my Costco order came, so I had to take care of that. Hi, everybody.
Oh, hello, hello. Yeah, you got to get the Costco. Do y'all have BJ's out there?
There's a BJ's that is in the Bronx. There's not one in Manhattan.
Okay.
We've had this Costco for quite a number of years now. It's in East Harlem.
Okay.
So what I can do is that I can just order it for Instacart, and then they deliver it,
Okay.
which is good because, as you know, today is the weather is not so nice.
Yes, not so nice. It's
Mhm.
actually not rainy here, but it's wet. So I think it's off and on. Luckily, when I went out, it's really nasty and like kind of muggy and
It's
hazy
that
or
misty.
whatever.
It's that misty stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly, exactly. But it's not exactly raining yet, though. But I
Yeah.
know that
Last night was
mistiness.
bad.
Oh yeah, I'll stay
Last night
inside.
was bad.
I'm not one of those people that run the streets. Like my brother's one of those people that just does not stay home, ripping and
Still.
running. I'm either out or I'm home. There's no in between. Like I'm just not
Hmm.
one of those
Yeah, I
people.
was out earlier with my sister and my niece, and then she was like, "I want you to stay." I said, "Auntie can't stay right now, but I'm coming back tomorrow."
There you
Okay,
go. There you
she's
go.
free.
It gets you congested too. Like I'm like constantly just like all congestion is horrible. But yeah, no, no, no. But at least it's warm though. Like we're all on the East Coast, so the weather's
51
not bad,
degrees.
right?
51 degrees. It should
I
not be that
know. Isn't
warm.
that lovely? I like
It's
that.
wonderful.
I put
Hmm.
on my jacket and I was like, "Oh, it's hot." I was like, "Really? It's
And then
decent."
you go to places like we went to the post office and they had the heat piping. And I was like, I'm already hot flashing. I don't need any assistance. Thank you very much. My sister
Exactly.
said, "You got your fan?" I was like, "I'm whipping it out now." And she said, "I think I might need it." She said, "And I'm not hot flashing at all. I'm nowhere near that." But she's like, "God, it's hot in here." I said,
You'd be
mm-hmm.
surprised. You'd be surprised. Your fan is the best friend. Believe you me. Okay. How was your
Mm-hmm.
holiday, by the way? I don't think I've talked to you since
Um,
Christmas.
it was good, Still adjusting since my big adjustment last year, so it's gonna take some time. But spoke to family and friends on the phone, but that's about it. It was quiet. Not that it was ever too loud anyway, because it was just the four of us, but um, it's still a big adjustment. So yeah,
Yeah, then
so
you have
that's
like
where
a
I'm at.
smaller
So
space with people in it. But it's nice to have family.
yeah, yeah, and I'm having getting a lot of reading done.
That's always good.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel like I've been kind of lackadaisical with the book that I'm reading now because I have the option. Sorry for all this noise, y'all. I just
What are
realized.
you reading?
Well, I was reading. I said this earlier, but promo. Uh, the Invisible Generals. I have a little, YouTube 40, 50, whatever second short about this. The first Black generals in the U.S.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, it's about a guy that was tracing his lineage, and he realized he is the two first Black generals in his family. And there was apparently a movie by with Terrence Howard in it called The Red Tails about the Tuskegee Airmen, and his dad
Yes, I saw
was
that.
exactly. Well, Terrence Howard,
Mhm.
I guess, plays like the commander or whatever of the Tuskegee Airmen,
Mhm.
and it's
I don't
based off
remember. It was so long
of
ago.
huh?
It was so long ago. I don't remember. Don't remember, but I remember he was in it, and Harold
Yeah.
Rollins was in it.
I never even heard
Mhm.
of it. All these little shorts, it's like things I'm interested in. A lot of the books, when I do these little YouTube short things that are informational comedy, is what I call them. I may not read those books specifically, but I research the hell out of them because I'm interested in it, 'cause it's only so
Mhm.
much you can read. But anyway, with this one, I got it from the library because they had it, which was pretty cool. It has timelines and everything. It's actually really interesting just even reading the timelines. But I did like a little short video about it. But anyway, the movie The Red Tails, which is based off of the Tuskegee Airmen Corps, black, all black pilots, airmen, and
Mhm.
uh Terrence Howard plays, I'm just saying this for the masses, sorry, but Terrence Howard plays the commander, and apparently he was addressed as colonel in the book, or sorry, in the movie, but it is based off of one of the two first Black generals in the US, which were a father and son. So the commander of the Red Tails
Mm.
is Benjamin Davis Jr., which is the
Mhm.
the second Black general. But he was
Mhm.
actually a general, but he was demoted in the movie and called a colonel.
Huh.
Yeah, so I
Mhm.
learned that. I was like, "What? Okay, so that's, disrespectful." But anyway, so but this guy is a descendant from them, and so he's basically talking about their lives and stuff. But apparently one of them, I think it's the son when he retired. Department of Transportation, the 55-mile-per-hour sign limit, he worked for the Department of Transportation and made that.
Wow.
So that was pretty cool.
So I'm going to counter that and wonder whether or not that was the case, or was it because they were Black and they were Tuskegee Airmen that even though he would have thought, because remember they had the separation during
Uh-huh.
that time, right?
Yeah.
So he was in charge, but he wasn't in charge, right? He was in charge of the Black area.
I'm gonna
So
keep holding this up.
they gave him a certain title, but a
Uh-huh.
white person on that same line probably had a higher title.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I personally had never heard of the book, never seen the book until
Hmm.
I saw like the little video about it. His little
Now I got to
Instagram.
get the book.
Yeah, and I'm like, huh, that's pretty interesting. I mean, I
Hmm.
won't say I'm reading this, I'm kind of perusing it, but I'm actually reading a book called The Loyal Wife. But I was kind of looking at this before. But it's just interesting, like the first, Black generals in the United States and their father and son, and that's pretty interesting in itself. But then when it talked about that there's a movie based on their life, which instead of calling themselves Davis, the last name was Bullard, but the fact that he was called Colonel to me is just kind of, so I don't know how that all played out. I'd be curious if I ever watched the movie about, what that
Yeah,
relates.
I want to watch it again because I am because okay. So the reason why so as you all know, I say that I'm older. So my father um he was in the Air Force. So one of the reasons why I saw Red Tails is because my father was an avid reader of the New York Times. I think it's you all know because I talk about that in my Walter's Corner. So he would look at the New York Times every day, and he saw that that movie was coming out, and he cut it out and was like, "We're going to see the movie." So that's how come I went to see the movie. And so seem to recall certain things, and he was like, "Yes, that happened. That happened." And he was like, "That still happened, because he was younger than those guys." And he was like, "That stuff was still happening when he was in the service." So I was like, "Okay."
See, the only thing I ever think about the Tuskegee Airmen, I mean, I know it was all black, men corps, but I always think
Mhm.
about, people talk about, the whole, injustice with the syphilis experimentation and all that stuff, but it's so much
Mhm.
more than that.
Much more than that.
Yeah,
Much
much
more
more
than that.
than that. But the idea that you had like black general, I mean, granted there are black generals, okay, I'm not acting like they're
Hmm.
not, but at the same time, the idea that they're the first two are from the first
Yeah.
family is just such an
Hmm.
amazing, just amazing concept, but also like so apparently the son Davis Jr.
Hmm.
He kind of filled in the footsteps of the areas that his dad, due to race, was not able to fulfill. Like even at West Point, right? So you had Davis Jr. went to West Point, but people weren't like, they were not checking for him. Like he was ostracized. He ate by himself.
Hmm.
Nobody wanted to really deal with him. But
Hmm.
fast forward years later, I think it's, oh my God, was it 2022? I think 2022, whatever. Anyway, read the book, y'all. They named a whole like wing at West Point after like Davis. It's kind of
Right.
like in honor of both of them. So I thought
Right.
that was pretty interesting. Now I've been to West Point. I had as I was in the military, I had a little event there. Beautiful
Hmm.
campus, by the way, right by the Hudson River. But I
Hmm.
didn't know about any of that history then, but still, and it wasn't named then, but still, awesome campus. But it's really crazy due to race about how much Black Americans, I think, have contributed to society just as a whole and building America. I'm just going to say that. But just
Hmm.
in general, it's interesting about how much, strife that has come and how um, people have sacrificed themselves to be able to kind of be what we are at today. But just, I
Right.
don't know. I just thought this was interesting when I saw it. But this guy, Doug Melville, I guess is
Excuse me.
bless you. He's a
Thank you.
descendant, I guess, of them. So
Oh,
pretty,
that will
pretty
be a part
interesting.
of my February TBR now. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
It's interesting. Like I said, I'm only kind of
Yeah.
perusing it. So if you're reading it, let me know kind of all the details. But I think it's amazing that they have like a whole like timeline of their whole lineage in the beginning. I mean, they do a pretty, I think it's a pretty good job in here of denoting, and it seems pretty, I was going to say user friendly. That sounds like a computer, right? But it seems very friendly, and it talks about even after their death and whatnot. But I think it's cool about how, tracing history and how much history tends to be erased. But it just kind of
Hmm.
interested me a little bit with that movie Red Tails because, I love some Terrence Howard. I think he's channeling Kenny with her first video with the chicken. But, Terrence Howard's kind of nice.
It's
He's
funny that you said that you've never heard of the movie because the only reason why I even know what the Tuskegee Airmen is because of the movie. That wasn't something that I learned about in school. But I want to think that movie came out. I want to think I was in college maybe when that movie came out, and that was the first time I had ever heard of the Tuskegee Airmen.
yeah, I just knew they were all black men's Air Corps, but that was about, and then there was experiments. I wasn't probably until a few years ago that I actually like kind of really researched like into that and stuff. So I don't know if the book delves into that. It would be curious if that is during that time frame. I'm not sure. So Adrian, if you read the book and if I don't come across it, let
No,
me know.
I am going to read it. I'm letting you know that right now. I'm like,
Yeah,
man,
but
I'm like,
it's pretty
boy,
interesting.
would I give for my father to be here to see what he would say about that book.
People love this. It says Invisible Generals Rediscovering Family Legacy and a Quest to Honor America's First Black Generals. And this guy, Doug Melville, the reason that he even decided to start researching his family lineage and writing this book is because in the movie, in which they, how they have these junkets and promotions and all this stuff, they actually, for the people that were still alive, they invited them to this movie premiere, and then they're like Colonel Bullard, which, like I said, is based off of Davis, but it's like, you demoted a bro, and he was like, oh hell no. And that's when he decided, I'm gonna write this book. I don't know if y'all can hear me. These earrings, by the way, were part of this pack, I just realized, and they are noisy. Anyway, I'm looking at my jaggedy star, which is way over there. Anyway,
but
I
could speak to my aunt too, because my aunt lives in a small town. For anybody that's in Pennsylvania, she lives in a small town named Sewickley, which is her hometown.
Sweetly?
And they retired back there, so it's called Sewickley. It's right outside of Pittsburgh, so I would say 15-20 minutes from Pittsburgh. And so there's quite a number of the Tuskegee Airmen who were buried in one of the cemeteries that's there. So I'm wondering whether or not she knows about that book, because there've been a lot of people researching within the past 10 to 15 years. A lot of people have been coming to Sewickley researching the Tuskegee Airmen. So I'm wondering whether or not, I'm sure they are part of that, but I'm wondering whether or not they had any ties to Sewickley.
That's interesting. Did a lot of people just in that area just enlist? Like, how is it that you have so many people in that one area?
Yeah, I'm not sure how that came to be, but it's a nice, quiet town where they have some huge houses because it was the steel. A lot of the steel magnates lived there.
Yeah.
But there was a separation with their cemeteries, where this was the black cemetery. This was you entered the same way, but it was separate, and so there's like this nice tribute to the Tuskegee Airmen who are.
Yeah, that goes. I'm sorry, I have to go 1 minute. I'll be right back. Okay, talk amongst yourself. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So what are you reading now?
I am jumping back and forth between Good Omens, which is what I need to read. I really need to finish this before the end of the year. But I have to hybrid read this. Like, I need to have the audio with the physical book, which is limiting. And most of the time, I'm listening to audiobooks while I'm doing stuff, so I can't be holding the book in my hand at the same time. So I've been bouncing back and forth between that and the book that I'm reading for the next 5-star exchange. So that is on audio. So I started listening to that today. So bouncing back and forth between the two.
Yeah, so I'm doing I just started this yesterday, and then I really didn't read much today, but it's the second book in series. Independent author.
Okay.
We Are Dying Gods, and it's not that big. So I'm waiting for it to. I mean, they just finished fighting a little bit in the beginning, so and I'm definitely. Oh, how did I do that? I'm definitely in the beginning of the book, but she got me like a book box, so I have like a candle and a nice bookmark.
Nice. That's pretty.
Yeah, and then everybody loves maps, so I got like a map.
Oh, very nice.
And then character art.
Oh, that's beautiful. Who's the artist?
Okay, sorry about that. What's
that? This is the character art for the book I'm reading.
Oh, what's the book you're reading?
So We Are Dying Gods.
That sounds familiar.
So
oh, that's the We Are the Origins sequel by C.M. Lockhart. Oh, I can't wait to read the beginning. That's on my list for next year, maybe February. I subscribe to her on TikTok. She's awesome and she's beautiful.
Yeah.
She says, what did she say? What did she say on the video I saw?
It's Rebecca Brown. Yeah, she says, my name is Courtney, and I write. Wait, is her name Courtney? I'm just saying.
Well, she just says C.M. Lockhart, but my name's Courtney. If she's named Courtney, I'm okay with that.
No, I'm thinking that she says exactly what her first name is, and she says, I write about girls who are not nice, and I guess.
I know. I was like, subscribe.
That's what got me too. I was like, who's this? And then I saw the first book. I was like, sold.
I think the first time
Yeah.
I saw it, she was doing an interview with, well, it was the second time, but this is when I wrote it down. She was doing an interview with Jesse on BookTube. That was like, oh my gosh, at the beginning of last year, maybe? And I wrote it down
Okay.
on my list, but I had a question mark because it said it was, I think she said it was YA. You know, I'm sometime with YA. But I'm like, I need to read this book. It just seems interesting. And then there's a sequel. Now, is it a
But
duology?
I
Or
don't.
is,
Um, I I think it's a little bit more than a duology. I'm trying to remember. I think it's this is just book two. This is just book two. But yeah, I I really like it. Like sometimes the in terms of YA, you're like, oh, this person can be whiny.
yeah.
I don't find her whiny, probably because she wrote her the way she says, girls who are not nice, and she's like, look, I'm gonna slap you against your head. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. That's it. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, I hear Brandy's kind of badass. Like she's cutthroat, I like that
Mhm,
type thing.
mhm. And I'm like,
Okay.
yes.
Well, it is still on my list for sure. And I'm trying to get over when my goals come out. I filmed it. I still need to edit it. I did say sneak peek, trying to get over this fear of like series, but it's within limits though. Like I like a duology. I mean, if all the books are out, I can get with that. Like I read Dread Nation by Justina Ireland, but it was a duology. Both books were thick as hell, but they were both out and I read them back to back. But
Mhm.
when you get into triples and quadruples and what's the fifth one? Syncoples. I made it up.
Yeah. Well,
I
I just say series until I know, unless I know it's a duology.
yeah.
Um, because I there are some that are like double digits. So
I know. I can't get with that. I'm sorry. I can't. It's like there's so many things. It's like FOMO. There's a lot of books I want to read. I can't commit to just one series all day. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. And I think it takes a good plot. Like
mhm.
the Dread Nation was a amazing plot. Like I feel like sometimes in limited view, but I feel like sometimes when it's POC authors, I think it kind of maybe I feel like more of an investment. I'm not sure, but it takes a good plot. As long as you have a good plot, then you may stick with me. However, I definitely prefer all the books to be out if I'm going to consider reading a series because I don't want to sit here and then have to wait and try to remember. Like even with movies, I still can't remember. Like my husband's like, you can't remember we watched what's that movie with the lichens and all of them?
Oh,
Whatever.
um,
It's in my head, yeah.
yes,
Lycans, it's the vampires and all them. I can't
yes. And
remember.
it's three,
Yeah,
four.
it's like I don't remember what happened in the
Every
first
time it
one.
comes out, I watch it.
Yeah,
So
I'm like, no, we have to all do it now.
crap, crap, crap.
That's why I read a book.
Thank you. I knew someone was going to say thank you. Underworld,
Underwear, there you go. Yeah,
Underworld.
it's like I
Mhm.
can't remember.
Taco for the save. Thank you.
Oh, let's get down to the chats, y'all. We know y'all are here. Let's get to y'all so we can see that comment. Oh man. Okay, I'm reading Harlem Shuffle by Colson Whitehead has been all over videos I have seen
I
lately.
have that book. I haven't opened it up yet. I
Is
have
his
it.
writing easy to navigate, if that's the term I'm looking for?
It's what do you
Oh.
call that? General fiction.
Yeah, but is he easy to read? You have those authors that like you got to
Mhm.
figure out what they're saying while they're saying it.
No, I don't. I don't think he's like
He's
that.
good. Okay. He's on my list. I think I want to do an author
Mhm.
spotlight with him because he seems like he has some
Mhm.
very important books and, good time, but, deep, 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 deep. Anyway, Nell, hello, Liana's Invincible Summer by Christina Garcia Rivera. Almost finishing. Okay, I'm glad you're enjoying that. Keep going, keep going. Hey, Paco. Hello. Lovely to be at work. Work sucks. I know. I was there yesterday. I don't want to go back ever again. Mexican author Christina Rivera. I don't know why I've always misspelled her name. I've never heard of her. Okay. Is she writes pretty well? Audiobook Mona Arashima Steals the Sword of the Wind. That is a long
title.
That is a long title. And C is not for Courtney, it's for Chelsea.
Say it again.
C is for Chelsea.
Ah.
Okay. Once I saw it, I was like, yes.
What's
Chelsea.
M? I'm thinking Monica, but I don't.
She doesn't say what M is, but C is for Chelsea.
Okay, so Chelsea Lockhart. I'm assuming she don't want folks to know that she goes by CM. Or maybe she, maybe people call her by her first and last name, and she was like, "I'm gonna just shorten it."
Yeah.
Well, either way, I've heard great things about the book. I haven't heard anything bad whatsoever, so it's on my list. Can't stay long, but oh no, you got the vid. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. Hydrate and get plenty of rest. And if you can read in between, lovely, lovely, lovely. Y'all, COVID is making its rounds again. And there's also RSV that is making its round too. Because we forget there's something more than COVID. And it's rearing its head. I think all the masks we've been wearing has warded us off other things. And now that people are venturing outside of masks, then other things are popping up. Like when I was last really sick and it felt worse than COVID, I took 3 COVID tests. They were all negative. So it was something else. So just be wary. But COVID's coming up too. Because now, I work at a hospital and they are now making us on the critical care floor wear masks again, which I always wear my mask anyway at work, but they're making us wear them again because we have a few COVID patients and they're concerned. So just be aware, Hello, Rally. Well, I hope you get much rest, okay, and good reading. Stay home. Home for work, listen to Painted Devils. Ooh.
I got that book for Christmas.
Oh, you're reading that too?
I haven't read it, but I got it for Christmas.
Oh, okay. What is it about? Let me know.
I don't know. It's the sequel to Little Thieves, which I also haven't read, but also got for Christmas.
Oh. Okay. Well, you were no help. I've heard of Little Thieves. Can't remember what it's about as well. I did not know there was a sequel, so I'm sure when you read it, you'll let us know. Okay. Pretty cover, I will say that. Mm-hmm. Adrian, Kiana says hello. Oh, we're behind. Everybody's saying hi to Adrian. BJ's Westchester, Greenberg. I used to stay in Westchester / Niskayuna, New York. Yeah, not a fun time, but yeah, I used to stay there. Hello, Miss Adrian. Hello, Shalandria.
Hello, everybody.
Pazookies. What is Pazookies?
I
don't know. Let us know what that is. And working. Oh, you gotta love the work. Make that shmoney, honey. 3 books trying to end before the year, and I got one. Oh, look at you, Paco. Okay, with this,
right. We accomplished some stuff.
I know, you got time. So I looked at Princess's video earlier, right? I didn't want to say it because I'm a little like, why? But she had her video about her stats. Second to last video, if y'all are a Princess, Castle Library fan, right? She's leaving BookTube. So she put out her second to last video talking about her stats, saying, and she said that she's reading 3 books. Now, this was filmed, I think she said Christmas Day. That she said that she's reading, I think, 2 or 3 books, and she refuses to have them extend over into 2024. And if she doesn't finish, she's just going to DNF. And I'm like, why? I'm like, why? Like, it's not like they're like old shoes or something. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I didn't ask because I didn't want to be rude, but I'm going to put this business out there here. Why can't you extend them into 2024? Princess, know. DM me. Why? Why? Old books are still good. Oh, y'all.
Mhm.
I'm in a good mood, in case y'all have not told. It's been a great day. Yesterday was horrible. I wanted to just choke everybody. Okay. But
Well, I'm glad it improved.
it was a busy day. I'm still tired from it. I'm going to bed early, but it was I always have a great day after the bad day because I just feel better. Anyway, probably some juice here I'm drinking. Hello, Adrian. Invisible Generals, the Black Count, Neapolitan's Black General. What?
Mm,
Napoleon had a black general? Okay.
the Black Count.
Okay. I never heard of that. Okay. Did he treat him well with his little complex? Dinner, sprint hopping, focus on my book at some point. Hey, you know what? You had 2.5 hours left. You can get it done. You just gotta it's nice to sprint hop, and I do that sometimes.
Oh, I've seen this book before.
Which one?
The Black
The
Count.
Black Count, Glory, Revolution, Betrayal, and the Real Count of Monte Cristo.
Huh.
Nice.
I remember Nell talked about the Black Count of Monte Cristo. Is that off of him?
It might be. I don't think so though. I think
it's
the one that
same
I
book,
read.
but it was another one.
Yeah.
Really got some
Mhm.
supplies. Huh. Definitely does. Shalandra, you always come up with really great books. I get good recommendations from you for sure. Adrian, reading February. There we go. We're historical books, Black Americans, Africans. So much things to erase. Yes. People love to erase some history. CM Lockhart, yeah.
What's the number?
We're always in the middle of some stuff, right? But don't you have what series December or something, Paco? Count some of them down. Underworld. There we go. Then we got to that comment. Thank you. Oh, am I the only one that can't remember? Everybody know, right?
No, I couldn't remember. It was on the tip of my tongue, and I watch it religiously. I love that series.
It was a good series. It's just that they come
Mhm.
out, and I just don't have the patience.
It was fun. It was fun. It's like,
I'm gonna start with him. Very non-linear, semi-stream of consciousness. Very different book writing style. So I've never heard of Harlem Shuffle as a book. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, Nicole loves some classics, which is good. The book was in my last haul. I kind of
sorry, I just dropped some books on the floor.
the author was trying to convey. Yes, you definitely have to know. And finally, somebody. Oh, there we go. That's the book I remember. Okay, that's the book I remember seeing all the time. So it's not a straightforward read. Maybe one day. I may not get to a lot of books if that's the case. I try to do, if I do an author spotlight, at least 3 books, but 3 to 5. If it's read between the lines, then it might not be so much though. Okay, so the color purple. Yes, I definitely want to see this. Let's see what you say. I do want to see that. I'm not a huge fan of remakes, and the remakes. The original was just beautiful and lovely as is, but the star power in the new one and the talents, I definitely want to see it.
Yeah, we were talking about it yesterday on my sprints, and
Oh, really?
I was just saying that like it's a movie that I want to go see. I was asking first of all if anybody had seen it yet because it came out on Monday, and I was saying that I definitely plan to watch it because one of my friends is in it, so I'm definitely going to support her. But I'm not going to go to the theater to go see it. I'll wait until it's like on a streaming service.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. The only person that I've seen online, and I have not been online a lot, and truthfully, in the new year, I'm going to try to have a better work-life balance, which means I might not get to as many videos and whatnot, but it is what it is, time and place. But the only person I have seen a video that has mentioned it in my repertoire of booktube is Lex Reed, who does like strictly for the most part Black content. She has like a Black book club and all this other stuff. She said it was amazing, and she went and saw it when it came out. But I'm just excited. Like Fantasia, Oprah, people can say what the hell they want about her, but whatever. Oprah, you got Taraji, you got the chick, I don't know her name, Oda Bay or something from Orange is the New Black. Like,
Danielle.
People.
What's her name?
Danielle.
Yeah, just amazing.
Mhm.
Like I just want to see, and the color purple, like it's the color purple. Like I do not want to see that.
Yeah, I just think that people need to remember that this is not a remake of the original. It
Yeah.
is a remake of the Broadway play that was actually a musical. That's why it's a musical, because I've seen 2 videos already of people saying it was too much singing. It
It's
is
a
a
musical.
musical. If you paid attention to what they were saying to you before, it's a musical.
I like to
If
talk shit.
that's
I
not
tell
for
you.
you, then that was not what you were supposed to watch. You know,
See,
people
I didn't
complain
know
about
it
that.
was a remake. I didn't know it was a remake off of the musical Broadway play. I just
Mhm.
thought it was kind of like a reimagining, but I didn't know if it was based off the play. But I do know it's a musical. I mean, if you haven't seen the previews, you weren't looking close enough. It clearly states it's a musical.
So
So
it
I
is a reimagining. It's supposed to be taken from Seeley's diaries, and
huh.
it's a reimagining, but it's a reimagining of the Broadway musical. It broadens it because you can't sit in the Broadway, well, unless you're watching certain things. But for so long, you could do more with the movie. So it was a reimagining of that, but the whole thing in terms of that is taken from supposedly Seeley's diary, which is not what the original book was.
Yeah.
Um, but Alice Walker was included in all of that. I even saw a few pictures of her on the red carpet. I'm like, good.
Which Alice Walker, by the way, I did a biographies, memoirs, video, whatever, a while back. She has a
Mhm.
thick ass memoir if y'all interested in checking out. She has lived a long life. But um, so this new movie, is it still from the beginning? Like I know you said it's from Seeley's diary, but is it still from the beginning, like when the
It's
movie
still
started?
it's still the color purple. It's still
Okay.
still from that, but it is a reimagining from her eyes, her dreams,
Okay.
as I'm seeing them being interviewed and they're explaining it
Okay.
without trying to give too much away. That's what they're saying.
Well, I'm excited to see it. I'm not a huge,
Yeah.
I'm a selective musical fan. Like
Okay.
I'm very selective. I've grown up with musicals because my mom loved them. So I like select
Mhm.
ones and I get annoyed by others. But this is one that I'm thoroughly like excited to see. However, I am like Nell that I don't like to go to the theaters. It would be hard pressed to have, and I'm not going by myself. It would be hard pressed to get my husband to go to a theater to see this movie with me. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm just waiting for it to be outside and see it at home. And maybe he'll come in, maybe he won't, but I plan to see it at home and enjoy it. And I think I'll love it. So I just think it's kind of like a rite of passage with that movie. It's just,
Yeah,
uh,
I love musical theater, so I can't wait to see it. I couldn't have watched it earlier because I'm a caregiver, but
yeah.
um, Oprah had her dream was that she could get a lot of the Black leader organizations to get together and host in different theaters. And
Yeah.
so she was thinking just a certain amount, and we far exceeded that. And then we did something with her via Zoom last week, and she was in tears. She was like, I cannot believe we have all these people, because you had all
With
the
Oprah?
Divine Nine, which is the sororities and fraternities, the Black sororities fraternities. You had NAACP. You had um, a lot of the other organizations, the Links, a lot of the other ones who were hosting NCNW. They were hosting selling out theaters before the 25th.
I'm all for it. This has been on my list
Mhm.
for a good, when did I find out? Maybe 6 months prior. I don't know. It's written on my calendar that this is coming out. So
Mhm.
I'm excited to see it. It's just a timeless movie. Like, you have,
Yes.
like, I'm not a big fan of movies reliving Black trauma. You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
US trauma history. Um,
Mhm.
but this is one that I'm not, and I do consider this part of that era. Okay. Some people don't, but I do. Um, but I don't mind seeing this movie. Not like it's not like revisiting 12 Years a Slave. Like that's a movie I saw
No.
once. Um, to me, it kind of reminds me of, like, have you ever seen Passion of the Christ? I know it's not the same thing, but Passion of the Christ, right? It's a movie you see once. It's not like, oh yeah, I want to go
Mhm.
see that again.
No.
It's not. Whereas The Color Purple, it to me is kind of like, I know I'm going to extremes here. Okay, bear with me in my little brain. Y'all know me. Y'all know I think all over the place, right? The Color Purple to me is kind of like Dirty Dancing, right? Two movies I love. I could see those movies every day of the week and quote them each every day of the week. They hold a special place in my heart of something that I enjoy for different reasons. So yes, it's kind of like Black trauma, but it's entertaining, but also kind of educational at the same time. So it's just different. To me, it's kind of like Dirty Dancing, to where I can see that movie and over again and thoroughly enjoy it. Whereas there's other movies that I'm just like, no, I can't do it. So anyway, either way, I'm looking forward to seeing this remake. It's gonna be a good time. Okay, so Paco wants to start the year fresh. Nothing wrong with that, but I don't want to ditch any books that I was already reading. I'll finish it up. That's the one. Finish volume 2. Oh, there you go, Audrey. Okay, Heartstoppers going through. There you go. Grandfather Alexandre Dumas. I've heard of Dumas. No,
Mm-hmm.
no,
Yep,
Alexandre.
the author of Count of Monte Cristo. I
I
think
did
that was the book that you were talking about. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's still on my list. I have a screenshot of that. I did not know that he was
Mm-hmm.
African descent.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
Haitian.
Yep.
I just know Dumas. I recognize for what's that Stream of Consciousness. 80
Whoa.
series. What's 80 series?
Hey, that's how many he's in the middle of.
Oh no. Okay.
Wow.
You do you, Darko. I got your back, but I'm not going that route. Well, it's good you've calculated that. I don't know how many series I'm in the middle of, but I've never really calculated. But it's a few. It's a few. I just whenever I look at a book, what I try to do is see if it's part of a series. And if it's part of a series and I don't feel like I want to get invested, then I don't. Especially if it's a new series. If it's later on and it's out and they're all complete, then I'm okay with that. I just have a thing about if it's not completely out, I don't want to wait because then I forget.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just keep adding on. And you never have a series that is like 4 or 5. It's like, what the hell? That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. Hey, Lissies. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Underground Railroad or The Tuitionist by Colson White. This dude has so many books. So many books. Okay, are you enjoying them? Let's see what we got. I'm assuming you're enjoying him as a person. Let's see what books you want to read. I want to see it. Planning on seeing it. There we go. There you go. I see it on New Year's. They have a whole thread going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, rather. Broadway musical.
Yes.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, definitely. Musical shows a different side. Exactly. And you can express things like music
Mhm.
expresses things sometimes a whole lot more than words. It's like emojis. You know how people can say stuff, but you have an emoji, like a string of emojis. You ever get those on your channel in response to videos instead of people writing? You have like a string of emojis and it just expresses everything. You don't have to say it.
Yeah.
It's the
Mhm.
same thing. That's how a musical does. Okay, I'm playing on used to too much singing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm
Which
a-
is so dumb because it's like that's the whole point.
That is the point. That is the point.
I
Somebody
had
said that to me. I said, "You've never experienced Broadway theater in terms of musical theater.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You don't talk, you sing."
Yeah. I want to go to one once. I have never been to a Broadway musical. I've been to musicals, just not Broadway. Play either remake, reimagining is Red Black. Yeah, I read it back in middle school, one of my all-time favorite books. Darn, I couldn't imagine reading The Color Purple in middle
In
school.
middle school? Mm-mm.
Have y'all ever like actually picked up The Color Purple or tried to read it?
I just got it for Christmas.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
went through 2 pages and I was like, I'm not doing this. It's just no.
I
It's
flew through it.
huh?
I flew through it.
Really? Okay,
I
and you had no
absolutely love the
hang-ups
book.
with the language?
I absolutely love the book. I can't explain it. Now I haven't reread the book. I'm not traditionally a person who rereads.
Yeah, me too.
So I don't know how I would do now, but at the time I read it and talked to everybody about it. I love that book.
Were you an adult?
um, Let me see when that book came out,
Yeah, it's been
because
a
that
minute.
that that will tell me.
I picked it up last year and I was just like, I'm not doing this. I'm not, I'm just not. Like it's the language and the dialect, but I'm a big fan of one or the other. And after having seen the movie at least, oh my gosh, 30 times, probably more. That may be lowballing it because I can say I've seen Dirty Dancing at least probably 80, but I've seen Color Purple a lot. I just cannot imagine going behind and reading the book, but I was like, let me see what this is about. And I was like, oh, heck no, that's a negative. The dialect's just different. It's, what it reminds me of? Marlon James. Have you ever read Marlon James?
No, but I've heard of him. I remember when you were reading. What was it? Something about the
Book of
night
Night
women?
Women. Yeah. No, but I don't know. Oh, well, okay, let me preface this. I don't know if all of Marlon James is the same. Okay, because he's Jamaican descent. I understand that. The Book of Night Women, which is the only book I've read by him, is kind of like, I don't know if it's broken up English, but it's a different dialect, okay, of how they say things. And it was a challenge to get through of just reading it and
I was
understanding.
a teenager.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Wow. See, you were
Yeah.
destined to be a reader that you enjoyed
Hmm.
and continue to reading. So that's good. But I hear
I
this
was,
good.
I was like,
Really
oh, I didn't realize it was that long ago. Okay.
good. No, I hear that was really good. I just think it's just not for me though. But it just reminded me of
Hmm.
Marlon James. I continued Marlon James' Book of Night Women because I was doing a buddy read and I wanted to finish it because it's very unfair to not read a buddy read when somebody else has already read it. Okay, I'm gonna just say that up front. If y'all are doing a buddy read and you did not finish the book, whether you liked it or hated it, poo, poo, poo. Okay. at least have something to come to the table with, right? So I was just like, this is a lot, but it was good. But that's kind of how I felt about The Color Purple. And I don't want to, no, that was all right. Yeah, people complaining, going to see more. There you go. Musical, I hate the yeah, you should already know. Taraji, you need I say more, right? Interviews where we're making the kind of movie deals with black trauma and the controversy surrounding underpaid black. Ooh, who you telling,
But
girl?
she's not the first person to talk about that. Viola Davis talked about it years ago.
I think if you really look into it, a lot of them talk about it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Viola Davis and Finding Me, I will always tout that book, talked about it.
Hmm.
Taraji, I read her memoir back when she was like the big household, before she became the big household name. She talked about it. Like, remember the book, sorry, the movie, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button? She was like in
Hmm.
black circles already like a big thing. It's just that, the mainstream needs to know her. And she was Brad Pitt's mother, starring right against him, and what's the name, Kate Beckinsale, whoever the whatever. In The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, she got paid like minuscule amount of money compared to them. They got paid like 15 whatever $1 million or something for that movie. She
Hmm.
got paid like, I think she was at like 450,000.
Wow.
Yeah, it just when she's in the book, when I heard that, I was like, oh, I had to put that down. I was like, oh crap. But it was the idea of getting paid their due. And with her, according to what she spoke about, she said that the first time she got paid her due as a woman in Hollywood as an actress was with Tyler Perry. And I know
Hmm.
people talk a lot of mess about Tyler Perry, right? But Tyler Perry, she said, was the first person that actually paid her due as an actress, not as a black actress, as an actress in Hollywood.
Hmm.
And she was like, that was the standard that I utilized and would not accept anything less.
Hmm.
That's sad. And that, when people talking about systemic racism and critical race theory and all this stuff, okay, well,
Hmm.
how do you explain that? Craziness.
Yep.
Supposed to have a singing and dancing musicals. I think you have to be in a mindset for musicals. I really do. Some people just don't have the patience. Yes. Oh, exactly. I agree with it. It took me forever to watch that. Trauma didn't seem. Yes, exactly. Exactly. I agree. I agree. Scarlet Moon comparison traumatizing to watch. Yeah. It's definitely different. Too lazy to calculate. So my TBR. Yeah, definitely something to put on your TBR. Okay. But first time saw Hades Town. Never heard.
Oh,
You saw
yeah.
that?
I didn't, but it did very well when it first
You're a
came out.
train right away from all the Broadway stuff. Do you ever
Mhm.
stand in line and I think don't you get like free or discounted
But the
tickets?
tickets for
Yeah.
like the tickets things,
Yeah, if you
um,
stand in line early.
I've never done that. I if I go to the theater, I usually just pay for it online, but I haven't had to do that in a while because I belong to certain groups and they're like, I got extra tickets. You can go. You want to go? And if I'm able to go, I go. That's the world that I live in now.
That's what I'm talking about. I
So I'm
agree.
like,
I agree.
okay.
Well, I stand
Hmm.
out in the cold. Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
I keep getting this notification for this vets organization, and they keep trying to give me tickets to Friends the musical. It sounds cheesy, I ain't gonna lie. Don't judge me. Yes, but I still want to see it. But I'm not going, I don't stay in New York. If I was Adrian, I'd be like, yes, sign me up. But I'm not trying to like trek down there if I don't already have a reason to. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
because it's a trek for you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a trek. Yeah, it's not like right
Mhm.
down the road, but if I was there. But yeah, it's nice to get the
Me,
ticket.
I get on the A train, go 2 stops, and then I just walk to
That's what I'm talking about.
whatever theater it is. So it's a different thing.
Yeah. One of these days, I've been to New York twice, I think. Yeah. New York is a lot. I gotta be in a mindset, but I wouldn't mind going to like a Broadway show out there. I wouldn't mind that at all, but it has to be the right one.
It is. It's a lot going on. It's so funny you said that. My cousins were here from Detroit, and they're like, "Oh my God, I forgot just how much New York is." And I said, "But what do you mean?" Yes, 1982. I
Yeah,
was a
a long
teenager.
time, yeah. I'd like to say I was not born during then, but I was.
Mhm.
I'm a seasoned gal.
Mhm. I keep on telling you, I'm seasoned.
We're
I
seasoned.
looked, I was like, "Ooh, I was that old." Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God, we should have been done. I told my husband I would be done with this, but I still want to do one more sprint. But no, my husband, I was talking to him about we were talking about like season stuff or whatever, and reminded me of this guy. What's the comedian? Dion Cole, you know who that is? He talks about he
Hmm.
likes a vintage seasoned girl woman. Okay, you gotta know it. You gotta know. But it was hilarious. But that's me.
She's
I'm a
been here before. She's
not
seasoned.
enough for the peppermints under the arm like he was talking about, but I'm a seasoned girl. Halfway through love songs. Okay, so you're doing this chunky book. Okay, couldn't
Yeah,
finish.
I
Started
have
off
not touched it. I don't have it. I keep on hearing how good it is. I don't have that book.
trauma porn. What the hell? Okay, I didn't hear about that. Yeah, it's just too thick for me. Like it's about family. To me, it reminds me a lot of remember that book earlier this year, The Covenant of Water, that Oprah was touting by
I
Abraham
have it. I
Peace.
have it.
Yeah. Well,
I haven't
that
read it yet, but I have it.
700 something page book reminds me of
Mhm.
W.E.B. Du Bois love songs. Y'all can do that. I'm not doing it. Marlon J. Yes, he is. Yes, yes. Totally. Oh yeah, a pathway. Yes, yes. The language. Yes, you're right. Thank you. Yes. A brief history of seven killing. No, Adrian, you can put that down right now. Don't traumatize this prince. Subject matter violence. Yeah. I've heard a lot. That's apparently the seven killings is his big claim to fame, but just not. Yeah. I don't think Marlon James is for me. He's long winded.
715 pages.
Yeah, that's a lot. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. People did it because it's Oprah.
Mm-hmm.
I understand, regardless of what people say about Oprah, Oprah is still Oprah. You gotta love it, okay? Whatever. But I'm not reading that book. Few people in the chat should feel attacked. Yes, they should. Still come back though. We're a good time. Seven killings. I have to think again. Library borrow. Yes, definitely library borrow. Okay. Take my time, make sure I really absorb. Yes, yeah. Marlon James can be a lot. If you want somebody who loves some Marlon James, big hard books and classics, his Allen, he loves some Marlon James. Why? I don't know. Maybe because he's kind of like rogue like him, but it's very, entertaining. Written in a dialect. It's just the language that I was not understanding. Jamaican, yep, vernacular. But Bill, yep. Oh, she liked the book too. Yeah, she had to pay her own hotel, so they paid her like, was it even 450? I think it was 450 or 350,000. We're talking about Taraji, and she had to pay for her own lodging and all that stuff while they were on shoot for like, I
That's
don't know,
ridiculous.
or something.
That
Whereas
is
everybody
ridiculous.
else got paid millions. Yep. Fake patois. Color. Oh, I don't know about the color. The color purple was just kind of like
No,
English at the time.
no.
You know how like back in the day
I don't.
with
I don't remember. I don't remember the language being.
it was just the
Oh,
way it was spoken. I don't know exactly how, I call it broken English, but that may be unfair. It was just very disjointed for me, like the layout of the language. Of how it was spoken with the color purple. I just couldn't get into it. I've been one of a million things at the same time. I know what that is. And English-based language sounds like English, but use a lot of Creole words. That was Marlon James, not Color Purple.
not the color purple.
Yeah, losing track. Yeah, tons of books. I get you. Are y'all up for one more sprint, by the way, if we ever get through these chats?
Yeah.
I have to head out before the next sprint, but
Say again?
I said I have to head out before the next sprint.
Okay. Okay, maybe we'll do like a 30 or whatever. I want to get a little bit further into this book. I want it to be done by like 7:30, 8 o'clock, but I'm still going through stuff. Trauma porn. Yeah, that's not cool. Popping in. Hello, Jaleesa. Make sure y'all check out Jaleesa's video for Bootcamp Readathon. Someone enjoying this because I'm not. Well, you're like, hey, that's how this was some of these books. Cover love songs. Someone's unhauling love songs.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether or not I would want to read it, to be quite honest. Because I'm like, there's a reason why I haven't picked it up. I'm like,
speak different. Yes, definitely. Yeah, you got to understand the language. Struggle with Black No More. Okay, well, that was definitely published a long time ago. I've never heard of that, though. Have you ever heard of this book?
No.
Beautiful night. Well, bye, Miss K. Bye. Okay, y'all, I'm going to do a quick 30-minute sprint because I know I'm not going to read anymore tonight, and I want to get a little bit further into this book. I'm going to do 30 minutes on this particular sprint here, and then we'll call it a day, okay? So if y'all are able, so Nell, I know you said you're going to head out. Thank you so much for coming. Sorry for being so winded, but it was a good time.
Have a happy new year if I don't see you.
This lady. Yes, exactly. I'll see you in the new year, okay? Content warnings, love song. Ooh, tons of content warnings. Yes. Bye now. Everybody says bye. Okay, we're going to do about 30 minutes or 29 and 59. And we'll go from there. Happy reading, okay? Hello, hello, hello. Y'all, I completely got engrossed in what I was doing. I was reading, and then somehow I don't know what I did with my Kindle clicker because I was doing just the manual swooshing by. Oh, maybe I put it in the kitchen because I did make popcorn while during the break there. Anyway, how was your
Oh,
reading?
it's coming along. It's coming along.
That's
I'm
good.
not moving as fast as I would like to, but I'm like, I think because I'm a little tired, so we'll see.
What are you reading anyway? I forgot to ask.
Yeah, you saw the second book in the and
Oh yeah, the
um
oh yeah, we have the origin series. Okay, I get you. I get you. So the but you finished what was the other book you were reading? The Kennedy Ryan sequel. That's what you were reading last spread, right?
oh my gosh.
How was that?
If I could have given that 6 stars, easily in my top 3 this year.
Oh really? Wow.
It might be number one. We'll see. It,
Wow.
it's so good. It was so good, and I loved the first book. I didn't think it could get any better. To me, the second book was even better.
Now this was the same characters or different friends?
So each book focuses on one of the 3 best friends.
Uh-huh.
So it's a trilogy.
Mm.
Um, so speaking about series, this is a trilogy. So
Uh-huh.
it's and that the books are not long. Um, so the first book is second chance love. You know, and then the second book is it's a really a woman who rediscovers herself
Uh-huh.
rediscovers herself after something that happens after she has an aha moment.
Oh, really,
So
really good. Okay.
yeah, it was really good. And the author herself has, and the third book is going to, I guess the third book, the third person who is actually the one who's single, um, finds, I guess she's going to find somebody. Because, the other 2 books, it features all of them, but
Mhm.
they're like supporting cast in each of the stories.
When does the third one come out?
Mm, I don't know because this book does not come out until March. The one I read does not come out until March. Yeah,
Oh, I
I
thought it
got.
was already out. I've seen a few people.
I
Okay,
read the
she
art.
work. Okay.
She released it on a NetGalley for without people having to get approved, and then that was only for
Ooh.
24 hours.
Oh, look at you. Looky. Now I've seen some
Mhm.
people with some physical arcs. That's why I thought it was out. Okay.
She gave it to some people. I don't know her
Yeah.
like that yet, but I'm trying to get there. I'm tagging her in some of my videos so she can
Yeah.
see. And I'm very interested in her books.
You know you have made it when you get physical arcs. I have definitely not made it. I think I'm downgraded
Mhm.
versus upgraded in that department. Wow. Okay. Well, that's awesome. Okay. Yeah, I've heard a lot
Yeah,
about it. I just,
really,
it's
really
like
good.
regular literary fiction, family drama isn't, I don't know why. I don't know why because I've heard such great things, but I need some sort of fantastical element to add to that for me to say, hey, I
Oh,
want to
okay.
pick it up. Although I am reading a book now called The Loyal Wife that doesn't have any of that fantastical element to it as
Hmm.
well. But it's memory loss and ooh, who's this woman type thing. So I
Hmm.
don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've heard great things about that before I let go. So I'm pretty sure the sequel is great. I just didn't know that, it would be a trilogy. Is it stopped at a trilogy? Or will
Yeah,
there
that's it.
okay,
That's
that's it.
it. As far as I know, it's 3, and it's the whole thing has been optioned for a series.
Ooh, see, I'm all about that. Like I want to see I Actually, okay, I will say this. I'm all for a movie because we're readers, okay? This is a reader space. We read a lot, probably more than maybe the average person, I will say. Maybe I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have tolerance for a series as much as I used to. Mini series, like, okay, like if you're like a 3 or 4 episode, maybe even 6 at a stretch, 40, 50 minute episodes, I'm good. Or if you're like 10 episodes, 30 minutes each.
Mm-hmm.
But some of these things, I can't do like an hour and it's a 10 minute mini series, just isn't my thing. I wish they would make more
Mm-hmm.
just movies or little small mini series. So we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see. We shall see. Well, I read some of my books. It's getting juicy. It's called The Loyal Wife. Um, we'll, it's getting juicy. I don't want to go into detail.
Oh,
Basically,
that's good.
it's about a guy who loses his memory. He finds out his company um somehow there's some misappropriations of funds, and then
Oh.
he loses his memory because of some accidents, and then he wakes up and there's his wife there that is so loyal, like so loyal and so good to him. Yeah. Is she? So we're trying to figure that out. Okay, let's see. Solandria says au revoir, French word for goodbye. Well, thank you very much for coming by, Miss Lady. Much appreciated. Hey, Jen. Hello. How are you
Hey,
doing?
Jen.
Saturday. 39% Momo Arashima. Okay, good to go.
Okay.
Going through. Irish country doctor. Okay, keep going, keep
Oh, you're
going.
gonna finish that.
Exactly. Read the sprint. Oh, look at Kay finally read. Okay. You
Mm-hmm.
stop the sprint hopping. I understand. Sometimes when I need to sprint, I need to stop like going from one sprint to another. Because when I'm about to like read, what I do, especially at nighttime, like I would say anytime past 5 or later, what I do is I look to see who my book people are on so I can sprint. But sometimes multiple people are on, and then you start sprint hopping, and you're like, "Dang, I didn't even read anything for 2 hours." Yeah, that's a no go
Yeah,
right.
you're just into the conversations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So sometimes you just got to just stop sprint hopping and just put somebody on in the background and keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Like earlier, I was on Read with Dr. B, and she was on for pretty much all day. I was active in the beginning of the
Oh.
day, and then the rest of the day, she was just sitting watching my TV. I would go back by, watch my kitchen, and travel through, and hear, but I didn't really say anything. And I wasn't even reading then. Still not done with the book. Hoping to finish tonight. Have more and more full book, and that's mostly done to finish before the year. Okay, last book of the year. The last book.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it. You can do it. Just put somebody on
Mm-hmm.
the sprints and let them talk. Even
Yep.
during the sprint time or the talking time, let them talk and get through it. Kay had like 2.5 hours left, so you can do that tonight. That's no problem. Just tune us out, but put us on now. Show support.
I can hear the rain. It's not drizzling anymore. It's raining now.
It's pretty quiet here. I'm listening.
Mm.
I don't hear anything. Okay. Hey, as long as it's outside and I'm not wet, I'm good for that.
Right.
Reading is almost empty, starting fresh in the new year. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I am lackadaisically reading the book that I'm reading. It was a last minute pick. I expect this book. I didn't even look to see where I'm at. I think I'm at like 29% if I'm. Well, I need to charge my Kindle. I'm at 18% on that, so that's not good. I am at 32% of this book. I expect this book to come into the new year, and that is fine because I'm gonna just add it to my December boot camp readathon TBR.
Yeah, I have a few of these novellas and
Yeah,
spicy books that I downloaded for, now. Just like last year, I read some between now and January and February. So that's what I'm going to do again. So, the free books. I'm like, oh,
Oh, did you participate in Stuff Your Kindle yesterday? Did any of y'all in the chats participate?
I downloaded, yeah, because I was following somebody and they were like, okay, look at my list. And I was like, oh, she reads some of the stuff that I like to read. So she had put her list together. I clicked her list and I was like, click, 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 click. I was like, okay, great. And I had downloaded some stuff I wanted before, but I did most of mine from the All Black Book Affair.
Oh yeah, that was a good time. That was a good time. I
Mm-hmm.
clicked on some of those. I always pick up a
Mm-hmm.
handful of each of these lists because I love a good physical book, but it's only so much romance that I like in my life. I want something different, but I don't always want to do like
Mm-hmm.
Shifter and all this stuff. So I try not to be greedy and pick up too many. But I picked up 5 yesterday. But I
Mm-hmm.
thought it would be more because yesterday
I
was on.
definitely saw more last year. To me, there were more Black books
Yeah.
available. I mean, not available. Black books that I was interested in.
Mm.
So I was like, oh, okay.
Well, what I do when I do the Stuff Your Kindle Day, I'm not gonna lie, and this is just my preference. I immediately click BIPOC author because what I love about Stuff Your Kindle Day compared to because there's 4 days a year, right? I don't know the ones for next year, but as soon as I know, I will let y'all know. But what I automatically do is I go because it's filtered. And so you can click on the different filters like LGBTQ, disabled rep, BIPOC, all that stuff and genres. I immediately go to the BIPOC section because a lot of the books is overwhelmingly romance. And it's only so
Mm-hmm.
much romance I want to read, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I go to the BIPOC section and I click on that and then I go through. However, I will say in my category of what I consider BIPOC, I felt like there was some interspersed and I was like, that does not look like BIPOC. But I went down until I got tired. Eventually, I just got tired and I just stopped. But I went through each of those books and kind of figure out like what's not a series that is continuing. Like I don't want a series that is like a standalone book in a series, but something that continues as part of the series. I don't like that. So I'm particular. But at the end of the day, after searching for an hour and a half, I stopped because I got tired. And then I looked at my list and I downloaded 5. I'm like, 5? That's all I got out of all of that. But I
Yeah,
like 5 books.
and it was a huge list,
It
huge
was.
list. So to me, it was in some cases it was overwhelming. It was just too
Oh,
much. So
yeah.
I found myself glazing over it, and I was like, "This is not fun for me." Somebody broke it down for
Yeah.
me. God bless you. Thank you very much. I'm gonna look at your list because it was
Yeah.
just too much.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. There's some good stuff in there. There was some good stuff. I will say. I will say that there was one series I debated and I wound up not getting it because I didn't want to get something that I probably wouldn't read. It was like a Mayan duology fantasy.
Oh,
But each book was like one book was like over 500 pages, the other was like 400 something. And you know me, for an author I don't know, but I could have DNF'd if I chose to. But it was about 2 sisters, excuse me, some
mm-hmm.
descendant from Mayan. Apparently, somewhere in there was a romance, like a YA romance. I don't know, whatever. But I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
this is interesting, but not interesting enough for what I think. And I kept going back and forth about is this something I want to download versus stop. So I just in the end just didn't do it. But that was the
Yeah,
only one I feel like, But it was a complete duology. I just don't know if they're going to continue.
right.
Um, but the
Yeah.
books were long. Like if I'm going to have a book, some people are different. I will say this, right? You know how there's people that are like, if they have a long ass book, like Court of Mist and Fury and all that stuff, they want it in e format. If I'm going to have a long ass book, I need an audio component and a physical copy. That's my criteria. For
Mm-hmm.
these stuff your Kindle, stuff your whatever days that they have, there are generally no audio
Audio
components
book.
because they're like
There's no
debut.
audiobook. They're all
So I'm like,
ebooks.
that's a long book for me to take a chance on someone, and I have no audio component. So I was a
But the
big,
good thing is that it's free,
huh?
and for me, it is free, and that it's in the Kindle because
Yeah,
then if it's it's not something heavy for me to carry. So
yeah, yeah,
so I look at it
yeah. And
that
that's the
way.
thing. Yeah, it depends on how you feel. It was called The Storm, The Sky, The Sun, or The Sun, The Side. I don't know, whatever. Anyway,
Yeah, one of
it was
those.
an interesting premise, just not enough kind
Mhm.
of for me, but interesting. But I enjoy having those days where you can pick up free books. Even if you pick up one more than you have, right? But I
Mhm.
picked up about five that I'm solid with, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, so my current reading list is empty starting for, oh, well, that's awesome. I have a whole slew of stuff on my app. I have an app that I put for things to do, and books are part of it. Maybe I'll
Oh,
try to
okay.
get through it next year. I've been reluctant with the end of this year of adding new books because everybody comes out with my top 24 of 24. I'm not doing that. That's just not me. But I like to pilfer people's list, especially BIPOC lists. I
Hmm.
just haven't, I'm reluctant to do so because I'm like, oh, I
Yeah, I'm not
sound,
finished reading, so I'm not gonna put together any list yet because,
yeah,
and that's the same thing I did last year. I didn't come out with my list until January because I didn't finish reading until December 31st. So to me, it didn't make sense.
yeah. No, I agree. I completely agree. I completely agree. Hey, to each his own. I feel like my
Mhm.
channel is not the channel to find out the new and latest books. If you do, great. My channel is more for entertainment, I guess. I don't know.
I love
I
your
get
shorts.
recommendations for y'all. I just expound upon them. So, hey, y'all keep putting out
Mhm.
them list of books that y'all want to read in 2024. And at some point, probably next week, I'm going to start writing some of them down. But I still have so many books from last year I want to read. But the thing is, these stuff your Kindle days and stuff like that adds a wrench in those. Because I don't like
Uh-huh.
it. So that's my priority now. I want to decrease what I have on my Kindle. So that's part of what I'm doing in January.
Oh.
Thanks for the spread. Thank you very much for coming. Much appreciated. You
Have a
definitely.
happy new year.
Yeah, I'll see you next week. Remember, Boot Camp Readathon touches off on the 1st of January. I think. Hold up.
Oh,
Let me
I need to get with the stuff I need to do for it.
say that again.
I need to get with the stuff that you asked us to do.
Hey, you know what? Take your time. I like a very relaxed readathon. To each his own in how people run it, but this is very relaxed. Put out an announcement. You can, you won't, whatever. It don't matter. There's some out there. So the first touch off for Boot Camp Readathon, for those of y'all that are participating, and even if you aren't, please stop by. Like, sprints are for everybody, no matter what is titled. I drop into random sprints. I drop into live discussions that I haven't even read or heard of the book. Okay, do what you are. Okay, but January 1st is 2 p.m. is the kickoff for a boot camp readathon. So if y'all are interested, feel free to come by, and we will probably start off with some stretches. Okay, that'll be the minimum there. However, I forgot to mention, I will be on Reading This Life tomorrow at 10 a.m. If y'all are so inclined, and if you are up, feel free to stop by channel Reading This Life with MJ. I will be a guest co-host. I don't know what I'm doing, but I will be on that channel just with my smiley face. What I will be saying, I have no idea.
What
Finish.
time is that? Oh,
Awesome.
good.
Good job. Good job. Good job. Thank you for coming by, Kiana. Reindeer
What
Readathon.
time is that tomorrow?
Ooh, awesome. Hey, there you go, Kay. Okay. I've been looking for people's TBRs. Thus far, I've not seen any, but you know what? It's the end of the year. Things will come. Mine will be out on the 1st of January. Okay. I decided to just premiere it on the starting day. So, stuff your Kindle. Stuff your Kindle Day is 4 times a year. So just do a Google search. I have not gotten the dates for next year. As soon as I do, I will do a video for them.
Mhm.
Um, but 4 times a year. So you have plenty of time. That's why I don't download a whole slew of stuff. If I get tired of searching, I just stop. Because there's plenty of free ebook days throughout the year, every single year. So I downloaded a few, and that's fine. Laundry, oh, gotta get some laundry done. Okay, thank you for
Let's not even mention that.
exactly.
I'm so far behind in my laundry. It's not even funny. I was like,
New year, new laundry clothes. Okay, you can do it. You can do it. Stuff your ear. Yeah, there is free audiobook day as well. Yep.
Yeah, I found out about that, but I don't know when that was.
There was one in October that I did. It was October or was it November? I think it was October. I put out a video, but all the dates have passed except for, well, actually now all the dates have passed because Stuff Your Kindle Day was the last one. But I had a Stuff Your Earbuds Day. So as soon as I found out or do my research, because, I got to do some research about all the Stuff Your whatever days for 2024, I will definitely let y'all know because I am a big fan of, in this economy, things that you can get for free. So stay tuned. Don't know when it is, but I heard about it. Yes, it's always nice. I picked up literally one book on Stuff Your Earbuds Day. That's kind of sad, but that's one more book than I had, right?
Yeah. Thank you. See, I'm not the only one.
Yeah. Yeah, I am going to do my yearly wrap up in the next 2 to 3 days. I'm still reading this book. I don't think it's going to make it to the end of the year because I'm trying to like pre-film some stuff for Boot Camp Readathon, and it's just becoming a chore. So yeah, I agree. I think I'm going to end my year sooner than later. Like I feel like this. At this point, I've already read my last book or I'm reading my last book. I'm just trying to figure out, is this book going to make it into the new year? Because we're the 27th, 28th, 27th?
28th.
28th. So we got what? 9:30, 3 days left. So it depends on what I have time for. But I think I'm going to cut off I use Storygraph before this book. I think this book is going to go into the next year because I'm slow reading this book. Even though
Storygraph reminded me that this is a part of one of my challenges. So I do this, then because I'm a part of all these challenges. And so I'm like, oh, how many more books do I have to get? I'm like, if I finish it, I finish it. Not that I'm going to finish that book, but if I finish the challenge, I finish it. If I don't, I don't at this point. But I was like, okay.
Storygraph is keeping you accountable. Yeah, I love Storygraph. I need to look at all the different nuances of it, but I do enjoy it. I joined Storygraph strictly for the usability. It doesn't lag, and also it gives you way more stats. That's the reason I joined at the beginning of this year. So I'm excited to see what my stats are. Probably not where I want them to be because I definitely wanted to get more into fantasy. And I will say, I don't think I've done a lot of fantasy this year, which is crazy because I so enjoy it when I read it. I'm just like, this is what I've been missing.
Is it because a lot of fantasy is our series? There aren't as many, just one.
It could be. But I also like a romance fantasy too. But I don't know. But I love. Yeah, I'm a mixed bag because I love a good memoir too. So, but The Hanging Tree, if y'all are not aware, I have a video coming out on Saturday that is my December wrap up. And then I think the following week or sometime in 2024, I'll do my wrap up because I just don't have time for 2023. But The Hanging Tree is one that I read, and Hanging City. Oh my God, I keep saying Hanging Tree. The Hanging City is an amazing fantasy. I looked it up today, and it was like one of those Goodreads Choice Awards nominations or something.
Okay.
It's an amazing, good fantasy. If y'all want to read one that's simple, intricate, yet simple at the same time. Not too convoluted. Really good plot as well. Kind of reads a bit YA, I will say that, but still great nonetheless. It transcends. Top 10.
I'm sorry, say again. I heard you and then I.
The Hanging City.
The Hanging City.
By Mia Sheridan. Top 10 doesn't come out to, oh, I didn't even look at my top 10. I don't even know if I'm gonna do that. I did it last year. I don't know if I'm gonna do it this year. I feel like I'm too late in everything. Is there a video or graphic for Bootcamp Readathon? The video or check out my video. I did a video like I think 2-3 weeks ago. Check out my video for details on that. For Bootcamp Readathon. And if there's something that you're lacking that you may need, let me know. Maybe it's something I didn't include. It was kind of like a last minute, a few weeks prior to January type thing. So let me know if there's something specific that you would like and I can add it in there. But I did post all the reading sprints. That's the main thing, I think, with the whole boot camp aspect. I'm trying to motivate you about working out. We'll do some unique things during sprints. Everybody's sprint is different. I know that what I'm doing with mine, but I'm going to let everyone else do something with theirs, trying to include anybody as possible with the sprints. So, if people are interested, definitely have it. It's a community thing. We're jump starting the new year with good positive vibes. Okay. I like to participate.
I'm seeing somebody else for the Hanging City.
Say that again?
Somebody else for the Hanging City is coming up. I'm not even seeing. What's the name of the author again?
Mia Sheridan. MIA and then Sheridan. Yeah, it was a good time. I enjoyed it. It was one of those, what do they call it? The Amazon Prime first reads. Like when you have Amazon Prime, they give you a free book or two at the beginning of a month for a book that's coming out the next month. I think I downloaded it like 2-3 months ago. I was apprehensive about reading it. I have no idea why, because it sounded interesting by the fact that I chose it. But when I started reading, I was like, oh, this is awesome. I loved it. I really did. It's like hands down, like one of my top 2 or 3 books of the year. And like by December, I will say I felt like was kind of sucking at reads. And then I read 2 amazing books. I was like, where'd these come from? But yeah, Hanging City is awesome. Yeah, Storygraph is amazing. I agree. I love it. I love it. I love it. Been using it for 2 years. Think I haven't looked back. I agree. I still have a Goodreads. I don't go to it often. I know a lot of people still use it for Goodreads Choice Awards, but that's the reason I didn't even read read or download or select for the Goodreads Choice Awards. I didn't even select this year because I normally do. But so the Storygraph is just really great. Really good. Did you find it, Adrian? Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna type it in.
Watch the thing.
I'm gonna type it in the chat here, so just in case, I might be, you might not be hearing me right. Hanging.
Yeah, I am, but
City.
I'm on her website and I don't find it. So
really? Oh, that's weird. You see that? Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah. Like I went to her website and I don't see it. So
has anybody else seen the Hanging City?
Yeah, it's coming up with the guy's name, Chris somebody.
Really? Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, you know what? No, you know what? That's right. No, wrong. I'm wrong because that's the last book I read. My bad. My bad. Oh my gosh. I'm so wrong. I am so wrong. Yeah. It's Charlene Holmberg. Oh my gosh. I'm so wrong. That's the last book I started reading. Charlie. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. Oh my gosh, y'all. All right, this is what you should be looking at right here. This was the other one was another author that I was looking at right before we came here. And it was Goodreads Choice Awards. Let me see. Hold on, let me see something. I'm going to. I should be off here, but I'm having a good time.
Yeah, it came out August 1st. Okay. Oh,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I showed you the wrong thing. Okay, look at is it gonna come up?
yep.
Okay, you see this? That's it right
Mhm.
there. I'm sorry, I told you the wrong author. My bad. Yeah, it was a Goodreads Choice Award for Best Romantasy for 2023. I guess it didn't win, but yeah, it was definitely amazing. This was a book I definitely recommend y'all checking out. I got it for free as a Amazon Prime first read, a month before it comes out. It offers it to you if you're a Prime member. I can't even remember when I selected it. It was a few months back, but I read it last month finally, and it was awesome. I really enjoyed it a lot. My bad, y'all. A long day. Yeah, but it was really good though. I think it's good for anybody that likes romance fantasy. Although romance wasn't like a huge component of it, I will say. But
Okay.
it's really good, especially like, if you're not a huge romance, not romance, fantasy, some people love complicated
Mhm.
fantasies. This was not too intricate. It's a good for a beginner to medium. If you're like a huge um I got hiccups, I'm sorry. If you're in a huge fantasy component with intricate world building, okay, definitely not for you. But if you like, just a good plot, some world building, minimalistic, a little bit romance, definitely close the door, but still prominent there, oppression, um unique perspective. This book is definitely for you. It was a good time. I enjoyed it a lot. I was surprised. I was like, oh, okay, I need to get on these Goodreads right now.
Okay.
All right. All right, well, that's that one. Okay, y'all, we're going to get out of here because it has been a minute. I am an hour overdue. Well, I thank y'all all for coming. It has been a great time. This is the end of the year. It's just 2023 has flown. So,
Really have.
anybody have anything that they want to talk about that they have coming out before the new year, or maybe in the new year as well? I know I have a video coming out on Saturday. Otherwise, Boot Camp Readathon kickoff sprints will be on the 1st at 2 p.m. EST. I also have my TBR coming out that morning as well. Um, I think I have a booty challenge. Boot Camp Booty Challenge is coming out tomorrow, if I can put it together. Will be coming out tomorrow if y'all are interested in that. But Boot Camp Readathon is for any and everybody. If you want to chop it or drop into sprints, nothing wrong with that. How about yourself, Adrian?
So hopefully I'll get some more videos out, but I put up a short yesterday, which was my the Eric LaSalle book, the first book in the um Modern Maker series. I finished reading that book and posted my review on all platforms and
Okay.
posted the shorts like video on TikTok and YouTube.
Okay, I have to take a look at that.
Hmm. Yeah.
I'm like
And
typing
so
it.
far there are three books in that series, but he's already tightening up book number 4, so I don't know how long it's going to go.
What was that? What was that called again?
So the name of the book, Lord, hold on, what's the name of the book? Laws of Depravity
Oh, okay.
by Eric LaSalle. Okay, this is what it looks like.
Big
Yeah.
city serial murders is what I can see here. I'm looking at your channel now.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I did that. But the name of the book is Laws of Depravity.
Okay. Okay. Oh, interesting.
I read Kerry Washington's book too.
Oh yeah, you're talking about that Not too many
Mhm.
great insights into her, though. Exactly, right?
No, I didn't think so. But she grew up around secrets, so that's what she knows.
She giving
Not
a
that
big
we need to know everything about you, but to me, if you're gonna write a memoir, we need to know a little bit more than what we know.
I agree. I agree. So you're gonna first have a safe holiday. Well, thank you very much for
Thank
coming.
you, you too.
Well, thank you all for coming. Much appreciated. It's been a good time. Sorry for going over. If you're so inclined, please head over to Dusty Book Sniffers or Rita and Maneva. And they are both hosting. I think it's somehow intertwined together that their sprints are all the same. I haven't figured out their technology because they are way more advanced than I am. But if you're so inclined, please head over to one of those channels and continue to sprints. And maybe in an hour and a half or so, if they are still on, I will also migrate over there as well. Okay. So
They
I hope
probably
you have
will
a
be.
great year. Say it again.
They probably will be, knowing them.
Oh yeah, well they're a good team. I love the diamonds and paintings.
Hmm.
There's a readathon that they're going to be coming with that in a few months as well, though. But I'll let them
Oh,
talk more
cool.
about that. So, okay, well I will
Hmm.
see you all later. Y'all have a great New Year. Stay tuned. Stay positive,
Happy
and
New
get some
Year.
dreams.
Stay safe.
Bye bye, y'all. Have a good day.